Eric Muathe at Muathe.com. Let's take a look at the chart for Tesla at the close of yesterday, which was October 5th, 2016. A couple of observations. The stock had come back to this level here where we have the moving averages and seems to be stalling. Also take a look at a trend line connecting the previous, or let's say the most recent daily closing highs here and through here. So we draw a trend line from there, and you can see that the stock did hit this level here and stall. So a little bit of a pullback here as of yesterday. Take a look also at the RSI. You got the top side resistance coming in play, which is here at the end of yesterday, October 5th, 2016. There's also another way to look at this, which is the previous most recent break right here. Now this break brought the stock off the highs here. We haven't been back to those levels, so we can use that information for future resistance whenever we have uniform activity. So I'll just draw it like that. You can see uniform activity rejection here for the highs, and there was a little bit of a pullback. Eventually the stock did attempt to move above this level here but failed during these highs. Eventually it rolled over, and now we see that over the last 3-4 days it has hit that red line with uniform activity and is pulling back. If we test the same red line and go backwards in time, we can see that it was also the reason for this pullback here, resistance with uniform activity of the highs there. And actually, even if you go back a little bit further, you can see again resistance for short-term highs, and even here resistance for the highs somewhere there. So this red line has been instrumental in telegraphing how the stock responds short-term. Now one thing I want to point out here is take a look at where the RSI closed as of yesterday. The RSI closed at 50.59 on the daily, RSI daily, and the trap here is that as we move below 50, you tend to have a huge reactional move lower in terms of relative action. So relatively speaking, a move below 50 on the daily RSI suggests a big down day. So now let's take a look at the current daily chart. So this is now the following day, October 6th, 2016, live action. And you can see all the things we talked about are coming in play. Of course, you got this line that we drew already being confirmed as resistance. So we know that. You got the previous top side resistance already being confirmed as resistance over the last 4-5 days. You got top side trend line, and for today we are moving below 50. As I said, expect relatively big down day. The stock is down 3 to 4%. I think the biggest risk for this stock is on the monthly chart. That's why I have had this as a short for subscribers. Reason here is once it moved below the recent monthly closing low, and so we can use this monthly closing low here as guidance. Once it moved below that price range, we've been expecting a pullback. The reason being, we are looking at the RSI right now with the threat of moving to 3-year lows on the monthly. So RSI moving to 3-year lows on the monthly is a major sell signal, and the other requirement is for one of the MACDs to move below to 3-year lows. So you got the main MACD here trading at 3-year lows, also with a chance of moving below RSI or the MACD level of 0. So the MACD moving below 0, 3-year lows again, is not a good sign. So the risk here remains that the stock could actually be setting up or setting down to move lower based on the things we've discussed here, especially if and when we get confirmation that the monthly RSI is cracking to 3-year lows. So the risk remains to the downside. Of course, if it can hold this level here and bounce, back above 50, just like it did during this period here. So a move below 50 and back above it, in other words support with uniform activity, can lead to a good recovery move. Otherwise here you need support for bulls to hold. Otherwise failure to hold that line and we crack to 3-year lows opens the possibility for much lower prices in the coming months. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace and blessings. ERCS. Mwah. Kisses, blessings, riches, blessings. Doom, 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 da, da.